And finally, I'm at camp for the night. I'm about 5 miles from the Theodore Roosevelt National Park Northern Unit here in western North Dakota. I've been to this national park once before, a couple years ago. I'll put that video down below. But there are some things that I didn't do the last time I was there, and that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But first, let me show you this amazing campsite here. I'm camped on top of this ridge with great views of the surrounding grassland. So this is national grassland land. I think it's administered by the US Forest Service. So functionally, it's the same as national forest land, but check out the views here. This is amazing. I'm right on the edge of this shallow canyon right here. Beautiful time of year to be out here with all the green grass. If you were to be here in the fall, I'm guessing this would all be brown. I don't remember when or what time of year it was the last time I was here, but it was not this green, so I'm really happy with this. The campsite itself is fine. There isn't really a campsite. This little 2-track road just kind of ends right here. Like there's no fire ring, there's no anything. But that's all I need. The inside of my car is a mess, so I need to clean that up. I need to get things ready for the hike tomorrow, all while trying to avoid the bugs that are flying at me and trying to bite me. So I'll see you guys in the morning in Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Good morning, everyone. I'm excited about today's adventure. It is 6:30. I'm the only car at the parking lot here at the trailhead here. Here being the Oxbow Overlook trailhead and viewpoint in Theodore Roosevelt National Park. You can see I think this is called the Little Missouri River down there. We'll be getting up close and personal with that river pretty quick here. Beautiful day, great views. I'm excited. This is an 18-mile trail called the Achenbach Trail. It's a loop trail, and from here you can really hike it in either direction. I'm going to be hiking it this way, which is, let me think, counterclockwise. The drive to the trailhead alone was amazing. Great views, lots of beautiful scenery, and I saw a ton of wildlife. I don't know how much of it is really visible when I did that time-lapse GoPro driving footage, but I saw, I don't know, 20 bison. I saw several rabbits, nearly ran over several rabbits. I saw a few turkeys. I saw a group of 3 turkeys. 2 of them were, I assume, the males, the toms, I think they're called, right? All puffed out and displaying their feathers. That was spectacular. I saw a deer, just all sorts of good stuff this morning. So we're off to a good start. It's gonna be a pretty warm day. It's already warm, and I think it'll be about 75 or 80 degrees today for a high. And right off the bat here, I've got a couple of bison. That's right along the road that you take to get to the trailhead here. I think that's just a sampling of what we're going to see later. I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of bison today. And I just scared another little rabbit. Just alongside the trail here, we have what looks like a buffalo bed. They lie down here and roll around in the dirt. Don't see any buffalo though, don't see any bison around. Look at this guy, I think this is a vulture. That is a large bird. See ya, buddy. About half an hour into the hike here, I reached a point called Sparati Point. It's a really great viewpoint. I was here the last time, or I came here the last time I was in this national park, but it's worth doing again. Just fantastic views. Great views of the river down there again. And I need to backtrack a little bit. A couple hundred yards this way, there was a unsigned little path leading off in that direction to go down toward the river, and that's where I need to go. I think I'm still on the trail, but it's not much of a trail through this section here. Well, I'm about 3.5 miles into the hike, and I've reached a point that's a little bit of an obstacle, and it's this muddy, stinking quagmire right here. I have to walk through this. Luckily, I packed my Walmart Crocs with me. I actually brought them for another purpose that I'll get to pretty quick here, but looks like they'll be useful for this. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this. Ooh, that is cold and deep and disgusting. Oh my gosh. Gotta make sure I don't lose my shoes. I hope this is the right way. Well, I just lost my shoe somewhere in here. I'm gonna have to go in. I don't know where it is. Where did it go? Oh my gosh, did I lose? Oh, there it is. Ah, geez. This is great. This is really, really great. You know what? I'm gonna take this one off too. That's easier. Oh, this is so bad. As long as I step on some of these grasses here, it's not too deep. I'm following this trail you can see here. Again, I hope this is the trail. It's not very well marked, and I'm following a track that I have on my GPS, but it's not especially accurate either. Oh, this is the right way though. I found another trail marker ahead of me here. Great, got another muddy crossing here, but there's some little baby ducks being led by their mama away from me. But yeah, I don't think there's any way around it. Let's trudge on through. I think the Crocs are gonna come off again, so I'm gonna preemptively take them off. Wish me luck. I'm just checking my legs now for leeches and ticks and anything else that might be on me. I think I'm clear though. Alright guys, this is the main obstacle. This is the Little Missouri River that I'm going to have to cross. And there are actually a couple of animals, I think they're deer, crossing right now. Well, it's good to know that the river isn't that deep. A couple weeks ago it was 4 feet deep. It was too high for people to do this hike. That's the last report that I saw online. I called the visitor center yesterday to see what the status of the trail and the river was. They said that it was 1 to 2 feet high. That was the depth of the water. So if it really is like that, it should be doable. It looks doable according to those deer over there. I mean, they weren't washed away, so that gives me heart. But for now, I gotta turn my attention to here. So I think it looks like that's where I'm headed. It looks like that's where the trail picks up again. Right there. So that's what I'm aiming for. Let me change into some shorts. I have some shorts with me. I brought shorts just for this purpose. Let me put this camera away. I'm going to get the GoPro out and we'll try to cross this thing. Okay, here goes nothing. Wish me luck, guys. This is crazy. Okay. I'm actually gonna carry my backpack in my arms here. Put it on my shoulder. A general good rule of thumb is to not have a backpack on your back while you're crossing a river, so that if you do get knocked off your feet, the backpack doesn't drag you down. So I'm just kind of hoisting it over my shoulder here. It's up to my knees. It actually doesn't feel that cold. I feel like those sections that I already crossed were colder water. Yeah, so far so good. It's not too strong. It's actually kind of pleasant. The bottom is gravel. It's not mud like I thought it would be, like I feared it would be, so that's good. I'm gonna set up the camera when I get to the other side. I'm gonna do this again so you guys can see me, so you can see how deep the water is and how wide the river is. So I'm gonna switch to that footage now. Okay, we did it. That was actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of fun for me to be on this trail. This is the one trail that I didn't do the last time I was here. This is kind of unfinished business that I had from the last time I was here. I just didn't have the time to do it. I think that was the reason. And so it's a lot of fun to be able to do this now, the second time around. Most of the time there isn't really a trail to follow. There are these posts showing the way to go. The next one is right there. So I'm just going from post to post. It's interesting. I've noticed a couple of them have hair or fur on them. I think this is from bison rubbing up against this, like scratching themselves on the posts. Just look at this view. What a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been hiking for hours now and I haven't seen a single other person. I really like this national park. I like this more than Badlands National Park, even in South Dakota. There's just a wildness here that I don't think Badlands can match. Is this bear poop? I'm not familiar enough with various animal scats to know for sure, but that looks like bear poop to me. I've now reached the second obstacle of this adventure. The first was crossing the Little Missouri River. The second is also crossing the Little Missouri River. I have to cross it again. Check this out. There's some guys kayaking. Some people kayaking. Where are they? Right there. That looks fun. This is the most, I guess, populated part of the entire adventure. I can see a hammock set up on the bank over here. There's a campground and a picnic area right here. And then I'm going to be crossing the main road through this section of the park over there also. But first, I've got to cross the river here. I've got my shorts on again, and it looks like I can see the spot where the spot that I'm aiming for right there. So I'll cross kind of diagonally upstream a little bit. Well, that was an adventure. That was crazy. That was much deeper than the first crossing. I mean, this one came up to here on me. The other one was maybe slightly above my knees. Okay, I think that was I hope that was the last crossing I have to do. That was the last planned one here. And from here on out, I'm a little bit over halfway, I think. And right now I'm going through the picnic campground area, it looks like. And this place is called the Cannonball Concretions Pullout. I talked about this place in my last video about this national park, but I'll show you some of those little rock formations again here. There are these just giant, round, naturally occurring balls of rock here. Really strange. This one here is the size of a beanbag. This is two of them together. Okay, this has to be the most picturesque positioning of bison that I've ever seen, like right on that ridge top there. That's amazing. I'm surprised at how few bison I've seen on this hike so far. I think I'm going to see more on this second half than I did on the first half, but still, those are just incredible animals. And here are those bison after leaving the ridge top up there. They're not quite in my way. Luckily, I'm going off to the left here, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them to make sure I don't get in their way. I just spooked one right in front of me. Yikes. It was as startled to see me as I was to see it. I saw it kind of take a double step back as I did the same thing. Okay, yeah, I need to give these guys a wide berth over here. And finally, we're home. But before I get back in the car, I wanted to show you guys one last view from this spot, from Oxbow Overlook. Beautiful spot to spend a day wandering. And with that, I'm done with the hike and done with this trip, actually, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. The hike was awesome. I've got some stats here for you. 20.81 miles over 10 hours and 37 minutes with about 2,000 feet of elevation gain. Long hike, but awesome hike. I really enjoyed that one. Amazing scenery, amazing wildlife. I did see a snake that was too fast for me to get on camera. Great hike, definitely recommend it if you're up for a long, difficult and kind of hard to follow hike. You could break it up into a couple of days. You could turn it into an overnight backpacking trip if you wanted. But yeah, the river crossings were a lot of fun. They added a little bit of uncertainty to the hike, which is always fun. And overall, awesome hike. And I'm now done with this hike, obviously, and I'm done with the trip. I'm gonna drive home. Not today. I can't make it all the way home today with the daylight I have. I'm gonna drive about 2 or 3 hours today. Then I'll drive the remaining 7 or 8 hours tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed this whole trip, this trip to the upper Midwest. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what your favorite part was. And I'll see you in the next one somewhere in the Western United States. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.